guys. Hi. It's been forever and I only posted 2 videos before I left for 4 months to go study abroad. But effectively, while studying abroad, I read a lot of books and I bought more books than I actually read the books. So I decided that I can do a book haul of all the books that I read and brought home from me from study abroad, and where I bought them, the countries that I bought them, and kind of their stories behind them. So yeah, and my carry-on, I put all my books in my carry-on, and so when it was I think 13 kilograms or 15 kilograms, and I was really mad that I had to check it in, but anyway, I had to check it in. But this is all my books. Touch a shot of my books. This is all my books that I brought from Prague. So let's begin. I'll be quick. So the first things first, I really got into the Bone Season the Bone Season book series by Samantha Shannon. This book series is new. There's only 3 books in this series, and I kind of just binged it. I was really, really obsessed with this book series that I actually went to every English bookstore in Prague where I was studying abroad. There are 7, and I went to every single one trying to find the second book. They didn't have the second book. I actually had to get the second book from my friend's Kindle, and I read it from there. That brings me to The Song Rising, which is the 3rd book of the Bone Season series. I keep saying trilogy. There's 2 more books coming out in the series. I got this in Paris when I went to go visit 5 days before the release date in the UK. So I was really lucky, and I was really happy, and it was so pretty. I kind of damaged it because of the ride home, but this book was really great. I think it was the best book in the series so far, and it kind of fixed a lot of problems in the narration, and I'm really excited for Samantha Sharon and her next book. I kind of jumped on the bandwagon a little bit late, and I started reading The Martian. I love this book. It made me laugh. It was so funny. I came home and my mother read it, and my sister is now reading it, so now it's become a family favorite, and I really enjoyed it. And before I get shit for getting the movie cover, the only reason why I got the movie cover is because they didn't have the original book cover. Blame Europe. Don't blame me. I also started reading Rivers of London. This is a book my sister bought while she was visiting Prague with me, and then when I went to go visit her in Copenhagen, because she was also studying abroad, she let me borrow this. I really do like this book, but I'll be honest, it's been taking me forever to finish. It doesn't grip me completely. However, I do believe that if you are a Londoner or who has lived in London, you will really like this book, because a lot of the humor and just a lot of its kind of spice and its charm will be more relatable if you're from London. It's a good book, but it's kind of slow for me to get into. I also bought Americana from many requests from my friends to read it back in Prague. A lot of them told me to read this book. I just started reading it, and I will say I really, really like it. I'm going to add this to my June wrap-up if I finish it this month. It is a very interesting book about kind of immigration and the kind of the thoughts that you have if you're an immigrant, especially if you're a Black immigrant, and I think it brings a really interesting conversation to the book. And also the author, I don't want to mispronounce her name. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie?
I think it's Goatse.
Ngozi?
You don't pronounce the N, I think.
Ngozi, yeah. Anyway, she's an incredible author, and you should read her books. I also got some Kafka books, because you don't go to Prague without getting Kafka books. Kafka is an incredible author from the Czech Republic. I have read some of the short stories, and this was a gift from my friend on our friend's Valentine's Day in Prague. She was one of my roommates and she got me the complete collection. I got this before I got the complete collection, which is another short story from Kafka, Letter to Father. And these are really great short stories and they're a classic for a reason. This is The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera, which is another incredible Czech author. I also started reading this. I hope I could put this for the June wrap-up. It is more of a philosophy book wrapped in fiction, but it is incredibly insightful, and from many of the people I met in Prague, this is their favorite book. Poems! Yeah, so in trying to find the second book of the Bone season, I got frustrated and bought 4 books, and 2 of those books are poetry. I got Sylvia Plath's Poems, chosen by Anne Duffy, which was a great read, and then Milk and Honey by Rupi Kapoor, which is highly acclaimed and everyone has read this. But I read both of these kind of on a bus trip to Budapest, and I really enjoyed them. I like reading poems because they're short and you never really have to feel rushed. But for Milk and Honey, it feels like reading a novel almost because it follows kind of a lifespan of thought, and I think it's really interesting. Another book that I bought is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Johnson. And I started this book, but I'm going to admit, despite the fact that it is extremely popular among everyone, it's been really hard for me to get into. I'm not completely in the story. I am excited to read it, and eventually I will, but it's been a slow start. These 2 books have an interesting history in them. I got these 2 books in a book nook in Amsterdam. So book nooks are like these little cabinets out on the sidewalk where you can get books and drop off books for free. And I got these 2 books from there in Amsterdam in a little neighborhood near the Airbnb that I was at. And it was an amazing experience. This is in Dutch. No, I cannot read Dutch, but I want it as a souvenir. So I got this from F. Springer. I don't know what the title actually is. If anyone can tell me what the title is and what that means in English, that'd be great. I think it's elephant, but I'm not sure. And then I got The Heyday in the Blood by Garrett Goodwin. I am going to read this eventually because it is in English. And I just really wanted to get 1 English book and 1 Dutch book. Stop talking. Yeah. Okay.
We're fawning over son, and what's his name?
Call him the cop.
The cop, yes.
Will?
No, not Dorsey.
The South Korean cop.
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh yeah.
That one.
Yeah. And then I brought 2 books from home that I started reading but didn't finish yet. Again, I am a big reader, but sometimes I'm a bad reader. And these 2 books are Anna Kendrick's Scrappy Little Nobody and Madeleine Albright's Prague Winter. As you can tell, the reason why I got this book was because I was going to Prague and I wanted something about Prague. And I read it, I got halfway through it before my plan landed, and then I was in Prague and I just kind of forgot about it, kind of experienced Prague in my own way. But it was a really insightful read. It was a really incredible read and kind of Madeleine Albright's history. And the history of Prague is extremely interesting. It's kind of insane, actually. So it was a good read. And being in Prague for 4 months was an incredible experience in itself. So yeah, those are all the books that I bought in Europe. I would have bought more, but it's actually really hard to find English bookstores in a non-English speaking country in Europe. And most of the time they don't have a great selection of English books, and you have to order them and they get really expensive. But it was a great experience. One of the books I do not have that I bought was A Court of War and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I know one of my previous first videos were about Sarah J. Maas books. I am thinking about doing a review about A Court of War and Ruin. Basically, quick review, I didn't like it, but besides the fact, I also got that in Prague, and that was a really great souvenir, and I actually gave it to my friend because she really wanted something from Prague, and I thought it would be a cool thing to give her since she's also a fan of the books. So that is all. Thank you so much. There's my friend. Yeah, so that's my friend, and she got the Court of War and Ruin from me, from Prague, which was a great experience. We're both fans. Maybe we should do a video
not
of
fans.
us ranting
Not.
about the books. Should we do a video of that? Should that be the next video? Yeah. The books, yeah, that's another video. But thank you so much for staying tuned in this word vomit of a video. I will have more videos soon, and I hope you like this. Give a thumbs up if you like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And leave your comments and ideas for future videos down below. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.